In this section, I'm going to give you a preview, a glimpse of the dance culture that has emerged across the world and which has enabled Bhangra to be transformed into global dance music. I'm going to take you to different spaces across the world to show how Bhangra has invaded the global, not only the global popular musical space, but also the space of dance. And I would take you to the context, the performance pieces of Bhangra, where it originated in the mid 80s, the Bhangra Nights, during in which Bhangra was performed by Desi youth in UK, and now we see how this has become part of the global popular culture, global dance culture. We'll move from one part of the world to another, to different nights. So it emerges with this idea of Bhangra's emergence of as Asian dance music, which was hailed by the British media and celebrated as Asian dance music, neither Kali nor Gori as they called it. Of course, mixing the gender in Gora and Kala, neither Gora or Kala, but that the Asian youth in Britain had found their own music, a dance music which they could call their own and which could help in the performance of British Asian youth identity. Now, these lyrics from Malkit Singh's Ji Karta Hai represent summarize the reasons why Bhangra has such a resonance among diasporic Asians. One would wonder why nonsensical lyrics such as Bhangra's lyrics are usually, how they could find such resonance and how they could resonate with youth across the world. The reason is the spaces of exclusion which we mentioned, and the spaces of the clubs, spaces of leisure from which diasporic youth were excluded, and their reason they need to have their own space in which they could perform their identity. So these lyrics where he says, Aj Bhangra paan nu ji karda hai, aj goreyan de disco nahi jana. I feel like dancing the Bhangra today. I don't feel like going to the disco of the white people, the white disco. Now this song, a DJ who performs, who anchors Bhangra Nights in New York City, listed as one of the favorites. Herself a second generation Indian American, she explains how lyrics like this can mean so much to diasporic youth. Now, global pop is defined, to use a very rough definition, a very basic definition of global pop. We define that as music that crosses boundaries, is repackaged and circulated globally over the new electronic media, and this music includes, in the present context, not just Bhangra but Algerian Rai, Pakistani Qawwali, which I'll talk about later, Afro pop, and a number of, and today we talk about Korean pop, K-pop, music that crosses boundaries, is repackaged. That's the key word. It's repackaged. It's not in its original form, and it's circulated globally across the new electronic media. Let's look at the new Asian dance music, and here we have a poster of Jazzy B's. The title of the night is very important. It's called Bhangra Nation. So a new universe, new musical universe, a new nation which is formed by interest groups. And this performance on Thursday, 16th of November 2006 in Kingdom Nightclub. So the nightclub becomes a space for the performance of new elective identities of globalization of a nation called Bhangra Nation, in which youth from all across the world are invited to participate. It has a physical location in the Sheffield City Centre. And we know that who led this revolution in UK, Steve Kapoor, a Apache Indian. Against that, I have juxtaposed a picture of a dolly from a real mela, the original context, and the other Bhangra pioneer, a DJ called Bali Sagu, who remixed folk music, original folk music, and globalized it by making it faster, by modernizing it, and by hybridizing it. The remix, we have this album of Bali Sagu, Golden Star, UK, the Ragamuffin mix 1991, and a youth subculture that has emerged in relation to Bhangra, that converges on Bhangra, and a t-shirt worn by a youth, which is produced by a very enterprising company in Delhi, in a defense colony, Bhangra or Die. So, the importance of Bhangra in the production of youth identities and its importance in the production of a global youth subculture. And this elevation of Bhangra, the globalization of Bhangra and its transformation from Punjabi rustic music to UK popular music, and global UK popular music is captured in this image, where the English Queen Elizabeth, is conferring the MB award on the Birmingham-based Punjabi folk singer Malkeet Singh, who we have met when we saw his album Gurnal Ishq Mitha, and today his Malkeet Singh, the frequent flyer who shuttles between Birmingham and Ludhiana, is now Sir Malkeet Singh. And apparently at the royal wedding, the Queen also performed some Bhangra steps. The other cult is, now this dovetails into a cult for Indo-Sikh, the emergence of Indo-Sikh in the 80s and in the 90s, ushered in by mainstream American popular musicians such as Madonna, the cult for bindis, henna, and all things Indian, due to the emergence of Indo-Sikh in the West. How the two movements, the Bhangra revival and the birth of Indo-Sikh, we'll know about it later, how they coincided to produce a dance global youth culture in which Bhangra plays a very important role. I will not play Beware of the Boys to you, because we have already heard Beware of the Boys in its original version, but we can possibly look at Beware of the Boys in the new version of Jay-Z, which you haven't heard, to see how Jay-Z's Beware of the Boys rather than Mundiyan to Bach Ki Rahi is one of the most is what globalized Bhangra, as opposed to the earlier version which we heard in Jay-Z in Mundiya to Bach Ki Rahi album. So this is the Jay-Z mix, where Jay-Z raps on Mundiya to Bach Ki Rahi. Brooklyn, New York, it's your boy. The nephews is in the house. As soon as the beat drop, we got the streets locked overseas. A Punjabi MC in the rock. I came to see the mommies in the spot. On the count of three, drop your body like it's hot. 1, young, 2, you, 1, 2, 3, young Hoser, snake charmer. Move your body like a snake, mama. Make me. Okay, so from Jay-Z, we move on to other practitioners. But what I would like you to note is the convergence between the different media. So, live performance converges with television, with film, with radio, internet, CD, and all these media come together to produce what one may call a Bhangra scape. People are listening to Bhangra, people are dancing to Bhangra, people are sharing Bhangra albums on the internet, it's being shown, it's being aired on television, it's being used in film. So, that produces a certain kind of media convergence. And I am going to take you to Bangalore. So, we are going to look at this emergence of a global youth culture, youth subculture centered on Bhangra, and the Bhangra Nights, Bhangra dancing. But we'll begin from closer home, not from Punjab but from Bangalore, which is in the south of India. And this recent in 2008, there's a ban on live bands in Bangalore pubs. But earlier, Bangalore became a hub for Bhangra performance, and the first Bhangra nights were begun by a lounge bar called 0G in Bangalore. It's an image of Bhangra Nights in Bangalore, and this is 0G is located on Residency Road in Bangalore. And you can, as you can see in the picture, you see not just Punjabis, but people from all across India, Gujaratis, Tamilians, some expatriates, and we have Goris who had come here because this was the only Bhangra night in Bangalore, visiting Goris from France, from Belgium, from UK, who had come together to this club to dance in 0G. And from Bangalore, I take you to New York City. I do not have images of the new location of Basement Bhangra, but I have some earlier images which I took during my visit to Basement Bhangra in 2007, 2008, when it was performed in a club called Sound of Brazil, SOBs in New York City. And you can see the Basement Bhangra is a Bhangra night which is held on Thursday evenings, on Thursdays by a DJ in New York City, based in New York City, called DJ Rekha or Rekha Malhotra, which is now it's more than 10. This image is that of the 10th anniversary of Basement Bhangra, but we have several. It's longer than that, and that's an image of a doll playing of a woman with a doll. Captures the idea of Bhangra not being a female male dance anymore, with the incursion of female DJs and female performers in the Bhangra scale. Now, Basement Bhangra, since its launch in 1997, so it's almost 20 years old now, it's forced New York to sit up and take notice of Bhangra, rapidly making the outsider art form an essential part of the New York City club scene. Although Basement Bhangra success is built on loyalty to the sensibilities of its core audience, the first Thursday of every month find SOBs overflowing with a crowd that comes in every shape and color. The monthly event and the international Bhangra phenomena it helped spark have recently received extensive attention from national and international press, making the cover of Billboard magazine, features on Dutch and Japanese television, and on WB11 News at 10. And more recently, we've had we have here New Yorkers dancing to DJ Rekha's tunes, and even from this very messy picture, you can see youth, New Yorkers of all colors, white, black, brown, yellow, if one may call them. Each color is represented on this dance floor, and this is a replication of the dance nights that I had spoken about earlier, of which I don't have images. The dance nights started by DJ Ritu in London earlier, and the dance night from which I played the music, where Maxi Priest, the dance night in Birmingham, where Maxi Priest and Apache Indian began that historic collaboration, that historic performance in a Birmingham club, where Apache Indian and Maxi Priest performed live. Now, in this dance club is a very unique place, Basement Bhangra. On the walls of Basement Bhangra, one finds performances of music videos being flashed on the screens of the wall, and these are in sharp contrast to the hybridized versions to which are more popular in the UK. These are music videos of pure Bhangra performers such as Pami Bai, and incidentally the night begins with lessons in Bhangra dancing, which by Bhangra coaches, some of whom also teach interested learners pure steps, not only the modernized steps of Bhangra, but also the pure Bhangra steps. So, this is the night of the turban on the New York line, on the New York nightlife, and as you can see, this is midnight, around 2 o'clock at night, where the party is just hotting up, and you can see people of all colors waiting to get into the club. Some of them proudly, some of the Sikhs proudly sporting turbans, and also a mixing of youth of all colors, black, brown and white, both male and female. I have this interview, if I can play it, if we have time, I'll play this interview, but it's in this very fuzzy picture I have here, is with this team of the proud of the Sikh young man proudly sporting a turban. And from talking to them, I found out that they regularly came to Bhangra Nights because they were former members of the Rutgers University Bhangra team. So, the competitions which were part of Punjab and which normalized Bhangra in Punjab as Punjabi regional music or Punjabi regional dance, now have become a part of Punjabi of all the spaces where Punjabi diasporas are present, not only UK, but also US, which holds regularly Bhangra competitions between different colleges and universities, in which Bhangra teams from some of the most important well-known universities in US participate, and then these teams go on to participate in Bhangra, an international Bhangra festival usually held in Vancouver, and these are second generation. Now, at the same time, one also finds a mixing of classes, mixing of different forms of South Asians or Desis at such nights. So, at the same night where I met this former team, or Rutgers University team consisting of second generation Indian Americans, American Sikhs. I also found these Punjabi boys, Punjabi young men from Nowshera. Now, Nowshera is in Pakistan, and it's a traditional migration route, because for more than a century migrants have moved to different parts of the world from this small village small district and a village called Nowshera, and rubbing shoulders with the Rutgers University's team in the queue were these young men who had recently moved from Nowshera and who came to these nights in order to be as they were their nostalgia for the homeland, for the sounds and feeling of their homeland brought them to this dance night. Incidentally, the dance space which DJ Rekha has created, as well as those created by other Asian American DJs in the diaspora, is very egalitarian. It's intended to be democratic and egalitarian, because the cover charge is abysmally low, for a dance night like this, and it's deliberately kept low, so that if you enter early, you need to pay only $5 in order to enter the dance floor. And this is to enable people who come from non-elite sections. I did not ask these young men what they did, but there was distinctively a class divide between those who came from the Rutgers University, the university students, and these young men who are probably working class, who converged on this dance space. And finally, I met a Kudi, a young white woman from New York, who is a avid Bhangra fan, who is in love with all things Indian, conforming to the cult for Indo-Sikh in US, and who loves to come to these dance nights, who works in New York City, who comes to these dance nights after having been introduced to Bhangra by one of her co-workers, and hopes to marry an Indian man someday. So, from the Kudi New York we move to Australia, and we look at a revolution, Bhangra revolution, spearheaded by another young man, a migrant from UK called DJ Rishi Madan. Rishi Madan has now recorded his own album, but when I met him, he was still DJing at different parties in different parts of Australia. Now, apparently, Rishi would he would champion the sounds from the subcontinent in Melbourne, and Rishi would perform in different dance spaces. Invariably, in the dance nights, it was not only in the club nights like Urja nights in Melbourne City, where they would perform to in a nightclub setting. Bhangra was performed by youth, but Madan Rishi would be invited to perform at all weddings, and apparently Indian weddings in Australia, not just Punjabi weddings, but also Maharashtrian and Gujarati weddings were incomplete unless a Bhangra was performed. And as a priest in Melbourne told me, that once he has completed the rituals, Rishi takes over and then the Bhangra dancing begins. From Australia, let's move to Singapore, and Singapore has this group called, I will show you images of Bhangra nights in Singapore later when we talk about Bollywood Nights, but I was more curious about this group, a group called Jigri Yaar, a Jigri Yaar group which doesn't perform, whose members I met at one of the clubs, and one of those nights where Rishi Rich was performing, and another night which had hardcore performing. But what interested me was that this Jigri Yaar group, as other teams in US, Australia, in Canada and in UK, have members of other ethnic groups, not just Asians, not just Indians, not just Punjabis, but also Chinese, Goras, blacks. Different ethnic groups are now part of these Bhangra teams and Bhangra competitions which are held across the world. And in Singapore, I met Julian V. Ching Wei, a third year Singapore Management University undergrad, who became interested in joining the troupe when he signed up for one of Hardeep's. Hardeep is the one who formed the Jigri Yaar group, Hardeep's Bhangra aerobic sessions, and he's been with the troupe ever since. When Hardeep offered me a place in the Bhangra troupe, says Julian, I jumped at the offer as it would allow me to learn more than the basic aerobics moves. He said, it would also give me an insight into another culture. And now we go to the club zone. This is the club zone and the various clubs at which Bhangra nights are held. I'll give you samples of those when we move to Bollywood Nights. And I would conclude by talking about the big fat Indian wedding, just as a counterpoint to the clubs to the nights in nightclubs, which attract mainly youth of all nationalities and races and ethnicities. As opposed to that, we have other performance contexts for Bhangra, not only in India, but also in other parts of the world, particularly at the big fat Indian wedding, as it's called. No Indian wedding, it's not just Punjabi weddings as it was in the past, but also weddings of other communities at which Bhangra performance is mandatory. And here we have Karishma Kapoor dancing at the wedding of her cousin Nikhil Nanda with Shweta Bachchan, not for any record busting film release or stunning debut, or indeed any on-screen event worth a mention, but because on that day, two of the biggest families in Hindi filmdom come together in the bounds of matrimony, and they're talking about the marriage of Shweta, the only daughter of Amitabh and Jaya Bachchan, with Nikhil. son of Ritu and Rajananda and grandson of the legendary Raj Kapoor, which had Raj Kapoor's granddaughter and Nikhil's cousin Karishma leading the Bharat with her dancing. So, we can see how the Bhangra Revolution, which began in the UK, and the birth of Bhangra as Asian dance music in the UK, and which was simultaneously being produced in India as well, has now ushered in a global musical culture, a global youth culture, in which youth from all races and nationalities converge in clubs to perform Asian identity, but it's simultaneously part of more ritual settings. Thank you.